Hello all, welcome back. Let us wait a couple of minutes more for others also to join this session.
Okay, madam.
So today will be the second last interaction session, I guess, because by next week I guess your classes are getting over. So I would like to know your designation, and also can you tell me in which field you both are working?
Madam, my name is Jai Babu. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, you carry on, carry on.
No, Mr. Jay, please, you first. You first.
Madam, good evening. This is Jai Babu from Andhra Pradesh, Rajahmundry, East Godavari district.
Okay.
My education on MSc Environmental Science,
Okay.
and I am working in Andhra Paper Limited. It is in Andhra Pradesh, East Godavari district.
Okay.
Total, I have 10 years experience in environment field. Environment means ETP, RO, operations, and air pollution monitoring systems and lab analysis also.
Oh, that's great.
Here I am here I am working technical officer
Okay. So,
and
what is your motivation to take this course?
sir, madam, here one is self
One more thing,
updation and it,
just one more thing. So, I am just a PhD student, so you need not call me madam. You can call me by name. You can call
okay,
me
okay, okay,
Satish.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here one thing is self updated my knowledge, and one more is it is fetching next. It is fetching to my career level also.
Okay. That's
And
great.
third thing is it is IIT course, na. It is very interesting to me first of all.
Okay.
In my childhood also, very IIT students, study culture is different. That type of that's I have. So that I choose this course first.
Okay, great. That's nice. So,
Mm.
then we can move on to others, I guess.
I
Uh,
am,
Hi.
my name is Ambrose. I am retired.
Sorry, sir. Could you please repeat your name again?
I am Ambrose
Okay.
and I have retired.
Okay.
I'm now about 62.
Oh, that's very
And
interesting.
I have been working in the pharma industry for about 27 years.
Okay, so anything related with environmental or any other field?
Basically, pharma in the sense, being a pharma engineer, you have to go right from HVAC production. Then you also work with the effluents.
Okay.
So right from the start of basically it is I worked in an institute, the government organization,
Okay.
which is about 115 year old now. We
Okay.
were, we were the first to make dog bite vaccine in the whole world, the one with the 14 injections. So I
Okay.
was working in that particular industry, retired from there, and motivation for learning is always there. Keep learning. I've been doing small courses online, and I found this on Allison. There's this thing called Allison on which you can do this particular course. So I thought, let's go in for a certificate. So I just shifted over, and that's my sort of motivation, and to keep myself busy after retirement. That's
That's
my
that's really great. So
thank, thank you.
you are maybe you are inspiration to others also. For
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
So I guess let us wait 2 more minutes more.
Sure.
Meanwhile, we have one more candidate here, Mr. Legan Nara. So could you please introduce yourself? Mr. or Mrs. Legan Nara. I guess, yeah, Mr. Legan Nara. So, could you please introduce? Could you please say your name and your designation and what is your motivation to join this course? Okay, then let us see Mr. Chetan. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, could you please introduce yourself, your name, designation, your motivation for this course and all?
Hello, everyone. My name is Chetan Raju Vakre. I have done my MSc in organic chemistry. I am working with PI Industries as a chemical, as a wastewater specialist. So my motivation is that I am from the background of the chemical fields, so I did not have awareness of the various environmental activities, and I'm focused to the rise my the skill and knowledge of our environment, so that I'm joined this course.
Okay, interesting. So,
Thank you.
thank you for your introduction. So, I guess we can start our session now. Maybe for others, I'll take the self introduction session in the next class. So, let us start the session. I will just share my screen. So, hello everyone. Let us come back to our interaction session. Today, I'll be discussing some questions related to the week 11 NBTL lectures for the course wastewater treatment and recycling. So, I think tomorrow is your assignment deadline. If you have not done it, please go through these questions in today's class and go through the lecture videos and try to attempt the assignment questions. So let us let us have a brief overview of what you have learned in the week 11. So in the week 11, mainly the discussion was about the general concepts and other details about wastewater treatment and recycling. So in the first lecture, you have learned about the concept of wastewater recycling. Then you have learned about the opportunities related to the wastewater treatment and recycling. Then the next third lecture, I guess, it was based on the potential. What is the potential of wastewater recycling, and what are the requirements for that? For what are the methods in which the recycling is done? What are the treatment methodologies used conventionally as well as recently? And then there was a discussion about what are the regulatory guidelines for different recycling techniques. And then at last there was some discussion about what are the centralized and decentralized recycling approach or methods. So these are the things you have learned in the week 11 sessions. So let us see the questions. Meanwhile, I'll go back to admit some other candidates who is waiting. Sorry for the delay. So let us go to the questions. So first question is, which of the following involves lowest risk and is the most preferable option? A. Reduced water consumption and wastewater generation. B. Reduce treated wastewater for alternate application. Third is recycle the treated wastewater for same application. D. Treated waste disposal. So any lead, anyone?
A, ma'am.
Option A, madam.
Option
Option A.
reduce water consumption and wastewater generation. Let us see the answer. Yes, that is the correct answer. So the lowest risk or the most preferable option always is reduce our water consumption and also wastewater generation. So that is the most easiest step which we environmental engineers as well as citizens of this country we can do. The easiest way to manage the waste problem is to reduce water consumption and therefore wastewater generation. Hence A is the correct answer. You would have learned about the 3R. What all things are involved in this 3R? Can anyone say?
Reduce,
Reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Reduce, reuse and
Recycle.
Yes,
Recycle.
yes, correct. So A is the correct answer. So let us see the next question if there is no doubt in this. So I have given the answer. Sorry for that. So the next question is wastewater reuse and recycling is attractive because A, it is good for human health to use recycled water. B, recycled wastewater serve as an alternate water source. C, recycled water is usually cheaper than the fresh water. D, all of this. So here I have already given the answer by mistake. No worries. Let us discuss why B is the correct answer. So here the B is the correct answer. That means that recycled wastewater serve as an alternate water source. That is why wastewater reuse and recycling is getting lot of attention recently. So let us go option by option. So first is it is good for human health to use recycled water. Which is not conceptually correct because there is lot of risk involved with the recycled water, with the use of recycled water. The risk associated with it probably you would learn in the coming lectures. So mainly maybe in this lecture video itself you have learned that this recycled water can be used for irrigation purposes. Even for irrigation purposes it can be reused only after proper amount of treatment, only by removing pathogens and other pollutants from it. So it is not good for human health. Like if it is properly treated, it is okay for use, but we can't say that it is good for human health. So option A is incorrect. So then option B says that recycled wastewater serve as an alternate water resource. It is true. Nowadays the major term we are hearing from everywhere is the water scarcity. So all over the world this is becoming a major problem. Like we are getting water scarce. So the reports are saying that soon in the near future there are many cities in our country which will become water scarce. So recycled wastewater can be thought as an option for as an alternate water resource. Therefore B is the correct answer. Then let us see option C. Option C says that recycled water is usually cheaper than fresh water. That is wrong because anyways we cannot just reuse the wastewater. We have to recycle it with proper treatment. That recycling step or the treatment technologies or treatment methods which are involved in order to recycle and reuse the water, it is quite a costly process. Therefore it is not cheaper than the fresh water. Therefore B is the correct answer. Any doubt, anyone?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so let us move on to the next question. So so in this question you have to guess the answer. I have not provided the answers. So the third question is the correct flow of large wastewater recycling system combining various stages is. That is the stages of recycling is provided in series. You have to choose the correct series of operations.
D.
A. Okay.
D,
Answer is A. A is
D.
correct. A is correct.
D, ma'am.
B.
B.
D. D.
D. Okay. Any other answer, anyone? Let us see the answer. Then we will go with options. Option D is the correct answer. You are correct. So first step involved in the recycling is, first is collection of wastewater. Then it is followed by sewage transport. So the recycling plant would be at a far away place from the collection unit, so it has to be transported, hence sewage transport. Then it is followed by treatment, that is the third step. And then after treatment, this reclaimed water should be transported back to the community for use. So that is the fourth step. Then fifth step is designated reuse. There are different type of reuse options available. Can anyone take an initiative in telling what are the different ways in which we can reuse the reclaimed water?
Madam, let us use that agricultural activities and any construction jobs
Construction.
and
Okay.
jobs and any kind of any gardening or any like that.
Okay. Any other ways?
Madam, we can use in process also again.
What type of processes?
Dilution or some merging process also we can use reclaimed water based on parameters also we can consider.
Okay.
Industry process also.
Industries. Yes, these are some of the options. So these are some of the options in which we can reuse the water. So very good for your response. Is there any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am.
Then let us proceed to next question. So next question is, which of these pollutants are of major concerns for recycling wastewaters? A. Suspended solids and sediments. B. Nitrogen and phosphorus. Yes. C. Emerging contaminants. D. Biodegradable organic matters. C. I have got the response as C. Any other option, anyone? Okay, let us see the answer. Yes, you are correct. Option C is the correct answer. So right now we have mechanism to remove all these like suspended solids and sediments by primary sedimentation and secondary sedimentation. We can remove the suspended solids and sediments also by grit removal processes and all. Then nitrogen and phosphorus can be removed in the tertiary treatment methods. And then biodegradable organic matters, that is we are talking about BOD, COD and all. So all these things is taken care by the biological treatment. So the remaining thing is emerging contaminants. This emerging contaminants, does anyone know some of the examples of emerging contaminants which is becoming a major issue nowadays?
One is pharmaceuticals
Exactly. Pharmaceuticals.
and pesticides.
Pesticides.
Maybe.
Yes, you are correct. Any other pollutant? So all type of industrial
Any kind of oil contaminants in it, hydrocarbons like?
yes, industrial chemicals, then hydrocarbons, all these hydrocarbons and all comes under this, but still. Then have you heard about microplastics? It's
It is
considered,
big issue.
yes, it is considered as one of the major class of emerging pollutant recently by the environmentalists. Microplastics means they are the fragments of smaller plastics which are present in the all over the world, everywhere. Its presence is reported in all aquatic system, terrestrial system, even inside the human body. Its presence is detected. So it is also one of the major pollutant present. So actually, my research area is focused on this pollutant, microplastics. So it is also one of the major class of emerging pollutant. So these are some of the emerging pollutant, emerging contaminants. Emerging contaminants are those pollutants which are present from the in the wastewater because of the use, like since like we human beings are using the water for various purposes, and from the use these pollutants are reaching the wastewater, and there is no mechanism or there is no treatment unit which is designed exclusively for removing these pollutants. See, these pollutants are of different nature. Pharmaceuticals are having different properties compared to pesticides, then industrial chemicals are of different nature, microplastics are of different nature. So there is no unified system to treat all these emerging contaminants. Therefore, for recycling wastewaters, this emerging contaminants is one of the major issue which is popping up. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay. So let us move on to next question. Next question is irrigation of agricultural fields with treated sewage is A. Direct reuse of wastewater, B. Indirect reuse of wastewater, C. Disposal of wastewater, D. None of the above.
Madam, B, indirect use of wastewater.
Okay. Any other answer? Anyone?
It's A, ma'am.
A. Okay. So let us see the answer. Yes, A is the correct answer. It is direct reuse of wastewater. So in the indirect reuse of wastewater, mainly the methods like this aquifer uh, recharge and surface water recharge, all those methods are coming under indirect reuse. In the direct reuse, mainly we are talking about the reuse of treated sewage for any purpose, like for irrigation, for then other for industrial applications, etc. So those applications are termed as direct reuse of wastewater. Any doubt?
Okay.
Shall we move on to the next question?
Yes.
Okay. So next is also related to the direct reuse. So direct reuse of treated wastewater should be avoided for A. Gardening and landscaping, B. Drinking and cooking, C. Floor washing. Here the spelling is it's a typo error, sorry for that, and D is toilet flushing.
B is drinking and cooking.
Drinking and
Drinking and
cooking.
cooking. Okay. So let us see the answer. Yes, you are correct. Option B, drinking and cooking is the correct answer. We cannot just directly reuse the treated sewage for drinking and cooking. Even though we can say that it is like 100% recycled, like it is coming after RO treatment and all, still there are many factors which is associated with directly using it for drinking and cooking. Obviously, like various social factors, economic factors, all those comes into picture along with our safety aspects. So it is not advised to directly reuse wastewater for drinking and cooking. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Let us move on to the next question. So next is the disadvantage of separate greywater recycling over sewage recycling is A. Treating greywater is difficult than treating mixed sewage. B. A separate greywater collection system would be required for greywater recycling. C. Treated greywater has lesser social acceptability than treated sewage. D. All of the above.
B, ma'am.
B. Sorry, B.
B. Okay. Any Any other answer? Okay, let us see the answer. Yes, you are correct. Option B is the correct answer. In this question, maybe you have to go option by option, like you have to choose which option is the correct statement. If we see option A, it is said that treating grey water is difficult than treating mixed sewage, which is untrue, because while we compare the level of pollution, the grey water is less, let's say it is less, it is containing less organic matter pollution and other pollution when compared to the sewage, mixed sewage. Therefore, it is a wrong statement. Option B, a separate grey water collection system would be required for grey water recycling. That is true. If we want to separately recycle grey water, like apart from sewage recycling, we need a separate treatment unit or treatment system, which is again a costly process which requires a lot of manpower as well as it is expensive. Therefore, B is the correct answer. It is a disadvantage. And option C is treated grey water has lesser social acceptability than treated sewage. That is a wrong statement, because when we say that when we compare the level of pollution, grey water is obviously less polluted when compared to the mixed sewage. Therefore, treated grey water has more social acceptability than treated sewage. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Any doubt?
Okay, good.
Okay, let us see the next question. The most preferable option for industrial effluent management is A. Treating and recycling it for industrial purposes or other uses within the industry. B. Treating and discharging it in a nearby lake or river. C. Groundwater recharge with the treated effluent. D. Using evaporators for complete evaporation of the effluent.
Our answer is A. First, A.
Okay. Any other option or opinion, anyone? Let us see the answer. Yes, option A is the correct answer. In industries, mostly, like I have to say the word zero discharge. Nowadays, or circular.
LLD.
Sorry. Anyone has to say anything? Okay, while speaking about the industrial effluent, nowadays we environmentalists are stressing upon two terms. One is zero discharge and other is circular economy. So what it means is that nowadays, like industries, most like many of the industries in nowadays is coming up with the term zero discharge. Like they claim that they are discharging zero effluent to the like outside. Like they are whatever wastewater is produced in their industry, they are processing it, they are reusing it, recycling it, and they are reusing it in their own industry, and they are discharging zero emissions. So and also circular economy means that like if we have a product or material, let us say wastewater in our case, after treatment, like we have, say, let us say we have water, we have industries, industry is using water, then coming up with the wastewater, then they are treating the wastewater and they are using it as water requirement. So it is called as this type of concept where they are using a product or process after use, when they are again using it for some other purposes or for the same purpose after reusing or recycling. So this is called circular economy. So nowadays industries are going with this zero discharge or circular economy. So all these big terms are coming up, and therefore the best option for industrial wastewater management is to treat it and recycle it for industrial purposes or other purposes within the industry. And option B is treating and discharging it in a nearby river or lake. No, that is not an option. if we are using some water, we are bound to treat it and then if possible reuse it. So that is the best option. Then the third option is groundwater recharge with the treated effluent. That is also not advisable. Then fourth is not at all advisable. It is using evaporators for complete evaporation of the effluent. So that is also not correct. So option A is the correct answer. Any doubt, anyone? Any doubt?
Okay.
No.
Okay, let us move on to the next question. So next is groundwater recharged with treated wastewater is an example of A. Wasting of treated water, B. Indirect reuse of reclaimed water, C. Direct reuse of reclaimed water, D. None of the above.
Madam, answer is C. Direct reuse of reclaimed water.
B, ma'am.
Okay, B and C. Any other opinion, anyone? Let us see the answer. Answer is B. Indirect reuse of reclaimed water. In the lectures you would have learned about two terms, direct reuse and indirect reuse. So I have discussed this before in the previous question. In the direct reuse, mainly we are talking about recycling the water for uses like for irrigation or other agricultural purposes, then for industrial purposes or for gardening. Such directly we are reusing the water. In the indirect reuse, we are mainly talking about the aquifer recharge. Like we are not using it, we are just maybe we can use the term storing. So aquifer recharging, then surface water recharge. So all such things comes under indirect reuse. So the question is groundwater recharged with treated wastewater. This groundwater, it is similar, it is more or less same as aquifer recharge. So the answer is option B, indirect reuse of reclaimed water. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we proceed?
Okay.
Okay, good. So the 10th question is implementation component of WHO guidelines for wastewater reuse recommends A. Establishing monitoring and assessment mechanisms, B. Defining institutional responsibilities and accountability, C. Independent surveillance of the system, D. All of the above.
It's D, ma'am.
Answer is D.
Answer is D. Okay, let us see the answer. Yes, D is the correct answer. So according to WHO guidelines, for water reuse, the recommendations are to establish a monitoring and assessment mechanism for reusing purposes. Then there has to be a proper definition of institutional responsibility and accountability, and also there has to be proper methods for independent surveillance of the system. Therefore all of the above is the correct answer and D is the correct answer. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, madam. Okay.
Okay, so let us move on to next question. So the next question is which of the following should be considered for water reuse planning? A. Ensuring protection of public health and environment. B. Ensuring implementability, technical feasibility and economic viability. C. Ensuring social acceptance of the project, and D. All of the above.
D.
D.
D, ma'am.
D.
Okay. Any other answer? Anyone? Let us see the answer then. Yes, all these statements are true. So while considering the water reuse planning, or while we plan for water reuse, we have to ensure protection of public health and environment, and then we also have to ensure implementability, like if we cannot just plan something which we cannot implement, therefore that has to be taken care. Its technical feasibility has to be taken care along with economic viability. If the process is very much costly, then like if we cannot afford, then like cost analysis has to be carried out before implementation of the project, and we have to seek for alternatives. And option C is ensuring social acceptance of the project, like we have to talk with the local people who is like at the end, who is at the end, like going to reuse this product and all. So we have to ensure social acceptance of the project. We cannot just force anyone to reuse the system, so we have to go for social acceptance. Hence D is the correct answer. Any doubt? Any doubt, anyone?
No, madam, it's okay.
Okay, so we can move on to the next question. So 12th question is, for agricultural water reuse, uh, 4 statements are there. You have to pick the correct statement. For agricultural water reuse, A, untreated sewage can be directly used for irrigation without any health risk. B, secondary standard treated wastewater is suitable for use in drip irrigation. C, level of treatment must be decided based on the target crop. And D is wastewater must always be treated up to tertiary standards before agricultural reuse.
C.
Madam, answer is D.
C and D, okay.
C, ma'am.
D, okay. So let us see the answer. Option C is the correct answer. Level of treatment must be decided based on the target crop. So see, if it is food crop and all, we have to treat it up to maybe tertiary up to like tertiary effluent standards. If it is food crop, if it is non-food crop, we may have some relaxation. Anyway, after primary treatment, it is not recommended to reuse the water for agricultural purposes, but maybe after secondary treatment, like if it is a non-food crop, so we can decide the level of treatment. Hence option C is the correct answer. Level of treatment must be decided based on the target crop. Is it clear?
Okay, madam.
Okay. So let us see the next question. The next question says, in recent times, package treatment plants are being used for wastewater treatment and recycling by A, cluster of residential apartment in major cities. B, commercial units such as big hotels or hospitals. C, small manufacturing units and factories. D, all of these.
D.
Madam, answer is D.
D, okay. So can you tell me what is this package treatment plant? What do you mean by packaged treatment plant?
They basically small units brought together and installed at the site.
Okay.
It's basically like unit wise, and if you want to expand it, then you can buy another unit and install it next to it.
So it is basically this precast or pre-made small treatment plants. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yes, it is precast or pre-manufactured treatment plants, and they are just brought and installed at a particular site where there is water treatment or wastewater treatment is needed. It could be of any type, like SBRs are there, then ASPs are there, trickling filter models are there, So all these types are there in this, even the this membrane bioreactor types, they are there. So basically they are pre-manufactured, and they will be brought to a site and they will be installed as small units. So that is what is known as package treatment plants. So while coming to the answer, let us see. D is the correct answer. These could be installed at a cluster of residential apartments or commercial units such as big hotels or hospitals, small manufacturing units and factories. So all of these are the correct answer. Any doubt? Anyone?
Okay, madam.
Okay. A small reading assignment for you. Can you all just read about this package treatment plant? To have more information on that, then just see whether it is in use in India and in the world, in which all places they are being installed.
I think
Madam, excuse me, I have one doubt that if in the packaged treatment plant is, for example, like a small biogas plant at the residence place, it's okay.
Yes, biogas plants are for this solid waste management or solid waste treatment. So they can be termed as this package treatment plants, like when it is pre-manufactured and brought to a site. But here we are talking about the water treatment or wastewater treatment. So here our discussion is related to the wastewater treatment plants.
Okay.
ma'am,
Yes.
most societies nowadays have these packaged treatment plants.
Okay. Okay. That is
Most in
okay.
India,
In India.
the new
Oh,
society, the new society do have a sewage treatment plant without which permission is not given to anyone.
in India. Okay. That is
I
interesting.
mean, you won't get permission from the pollution control board if you are having a society and you do not have a wastewater treatment plant. You will not get permission to. I mean, you will not get permission to build.
To have construction, yes, that is correct. So can you all read a little bit more about what are the types of package treatment plants, like what are the commonly used types? Like we have this ASPs, we have SBR. So what are the types which is in use, like in terms of national scenario as well as global scenario?
Okay.
Yeah. So shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in decentralized management of wastewater, city scale wide network of sewers is required for wastewater collecting and transport. Collection, treatment and reuse is done at or near the point of generation. C, treatment is done at an off-site location outside the settlement. D, all of this.
Madam, answer is B. B.
B, okay.
B, ma'am.
D,
B.
sorry, B. Okay, any other answer, anyone? Let us see the answer. B is the correct answer. So we have two type of wastewater management, which is centralized and decentralized. So can you tell me the difference between these two? Anyone?
But in the case of centralized treatment plants, means we have to construct a common effluent treatment far away from the residential place, and make a network arrangement for transporting the effluents from various part of the residential places and to treat it commonly. But in the case of decentralized system, in the case the small treatment units installed near to the different places, and it is treated independently based on the type of effluent generated there. That is a decentralized treatment system.
Yes, you are correct. So in the decentralized treatment, we have like we basically divide the community into different sections, and whatever wastewater is generated in one section, there will be one small STP which is installed in that point and it will be treated. So in the previous question, you have discussed about the nowadays for getting permission and all we need STP at apartment level. So all those comes under this decentralized mechanism or decentralized management. So but in the centralized system, whatever wastewater is generated in different cities or different towns, they reach one common centralized system for treatment. So this is the difference. Very good. So is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubt, anyone? Shall we proceed to the next question? I guess next
Yes.
question is the last question.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the last question. The major issue with centralized system for wastewater management includes it requires more number of treatment plants. It's always costlier than decentralized system. Long distance transport of wastewater. All of these.
Madam, answer is C.
Long distance transport.
Long distance transport. Any other opinion, anyone? Let us see the answer. Yes, option C is the correct answer. Just now we have discussed the difference between centralized and decentralized system. The centralized system, the wastewater which is generated is transported to one particular place where the STP is installed and it is treated. But when we compare to the number of treatment plants in the centralized system, the treatment plants number will be less compared to the decentralized system. And also when comparing the cost, like in the decentralized system, the cost is associated with installation of n number of treatment plants. In that way the cost would be more for the decentralized system. Therefore option C is the correct answer. Long distance transport of wastewater is the major issue associated with the centralized system for wastewater management. Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so that is the last question for today's class. So next class is on next Tuesday, that is 18th, same time 7 p.m. Any doubt, anyone?
Madam, final exam will conduct in objective type, that one.
Final exam, I'm not sure about it. If you want,
29.
I can just confirm it with the concerned faculty and I'll let you know in the next class. Is it fine?
Well, let us share that
Okay.
how many questions, and I hope that it's a 3 hours exam, and let us share the type of objective questions or any kind of exam problems or any
I guess,
descriptive type of questions like that.
yeah, I guess it would be similar to your assignment, but I will confirm it and I'll let you know in the next class.
Okay, madam.
Yeah. So, any other doubt, anyone?
One question. Anyway, we can get the questions, the old question paper. Is
Sorry,
it available on
can
the
you
old question paper? The
old,
old question
yeah,
paper.
old question paper is not available, but anyway you can refer to your assignment questions, so you can take
Okay.
those as the reference. And
Okay.
also the questions which I have discussed in the interaction session, all those questions are taken from the previous like all question papers. So just
Okay.
take them as the reference. So
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
any other doubt, anyone?
Okay, madam.
So if there is nothing else, shall we end this session, today's session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, madam. Right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you
you,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you so much for joining.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye.